Hey y'all, welcome back to Knitting in Our Jeans.
Yes.
I'm Liz.
I'm Carolyn.
And on Instagram and Ravelry, you can find me as Toolizzforyou, Toolizzforyou.
And I'm cpredmor on Ravelry. There is an account on Instagram that I pay almost no attention to. I'm usually posting as Knitting in Our Jeans, and we posted on Saturday night, and we posted today because we were at a concert on Saturday night at Forest Hill Stadium, and today we were out sailing, and so I thought you at the helm with the Throgsneck Bridge behind you looked pretty good.
We should send that to Aunt Mary to include in the calendar. She was saying that she has minimal photos of us, and we should send her some.
Okay, I can send her one of you and one of your father. So.
And I have the ones of us paddleboarding.
Right. And we can send the one that we had last night. Well, that will have
Tanya
in it too. So
we'll figure it out. But just
with
these are things with.
Yeah, we could. Anyway, so.
Well, and the reason we're saying this is because my grandmother gets a photo calendar every year for Christmas, but the photos cannot just be of scenery.
No.
They have to have a person in them. And, I don't know if she'd like our photos from today because you can't see my eyes. She's very big on people wearing sunglasses in photos, too. So, gonna have to just deal with it.
I don't know.
Gonna just have to deal with it.
Anyway, welcome everybody who's returning to see this, and for those who are new viewers, thank you very much. We're here to talk about knitting, sometimes sewing. We need to get working on your coat again. My sewing machine came back.
And my pants
and all of that, yes.
Your backpack, yeah.
Yeah, the backpack is critical.
So first weekend in October. Sounds great, yes.
Yes, that sounds good. Yeah, because there's a lot planned. And Richard's finally getting started on selling the practice. That's a plus. So that's kind of moving along. And other than that, you've been knitting away. It's been amazing how much progress you've made.
I have. I've been knitting away. Right now, I am knitting on my Humulus.
Humulus, yes.
Humulus. And I have split for the sleeves. Oh, it looks even better on camera.
It looks fantastic.
And I'm about an inch below the underarms. I'm going to knit until...
And this is a Caitlin Hunter?
No, this is Isabell Kraemer.
Ah.
I'm going to knit until this becomes much thinner, probably, when you can, squeeze it and becomes a little ball.
Tiny roll leg.
Yeah, tiny little roll leg so I can pin it to the middle. And then I'm going to use the other two skeins I have to knit the sleeves two at a time and knit those to full length.
So you know how much yarn you have.
So that I can just knit the body as long as I want or
until the
as
yarn
long
runs
as the yarn will let me. I should have enough yarn. That's not the problem. This is a sweater that I want to have full sleeves on.
And her arms are long, as we said before. I usually knit to 18 and a half, 19 inches, and she's 21 inches.
22 sometimes.
22,
yeah. So, most of the time it's 22.
So that's quite a sleeve.
Which is interesting because this sweater and also with the Ninnilchik, they were a bit less fitted to the underarm. So actually I don't know how long the Ninnilchik sleeves are because I focused on doing the color work and then it was like, okay, let's knit on
pretty quick.
Sleeves. It went pretty well. I think it was because of the color work.
Yeah, the color work
really
went far down.
Yeah.
So there wasn't much left.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but this sweater is a bit more oversized. I think the arms will be a little bit shorter just by virtue of the fact that
the pattern goes.
Yeah, the way it fits. They won't be shorter on me, but we'll see.
Yes.
We'll see. I have to get to that point. But this is not the only thing I've been knitting on this week. I cast on something. It was just going to be a swatch. And then I got overzealous. So it is, actually it's a test knit kind of, she's doing a crowd testing, kind of like
Hedgehog
Fibers did. And it's for a pattern she's calling the Batwing formula. So you knit it from the cuff over to the center line, and then cuff over to the center line, and
then what?
Match
needle
them.
bind off?
I have I think you could do that. I think you could seam it. You can.
Okay.
So this is the cuff, and I've started on
Stockinette stitch.
the stockinette stitch, and
Very
there's
pretty.
a panel at the bottom of seed.
Oh,
as
very
well.
pretty.
And I've already done a few increases. And this is in Mutiny, on Mutiny in Tequila Sunrise by Nerd Girl. And it's just lovely. It's 80% merino, 20% silk, so it's just lovely to work with.
Oh, it's nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So it's got a nice little shine to it,
Yeah.
and I just think it'll be lovely.
That's nice.
I did the cuff flat because I liked the way the pooling was occurring. I'm obviously going to have to do that again for the next side, but
Very nice.
I think it might be nice also to have a
Pin
cute
back
little
detail.
maybe a cute little detail. We'll see. They're going to be about 3/4 length sleeves, I think. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on. I have a few other things that I want to cast on, but what have you been
Should we
working
talk
on?
about the fact that Caitlin Hunter was giving away a pattern?
Oh, yes, if you are, is it still,
I don't know.
let me check.
So Boylan Knitworks had it on Instagram, and every once in a while I do open Instagram, and I managed to see that she had a pattern that she was giving away for free in Thanksgiving for all of the support that people have been giving her. So
It's the Ghost Horses.
it's a lot of color work. It is a ton of
It
color
is.
work.
So it's available until midnight tonight on Sunday, the 15th of September. So if you're watching this right after we post this, go grab it if you haven't
yes.
already.
It's beautiful.
It is.
So I have been working like a fiend on my cardigan, my Hedgehog Fibers Droop test knit,
Oh.
and I did the collar and border,
Oh my goodness, it looks so good.
and then
It looks so good.
I've done the sleeve, and I've gotten down to the elbow. This marks the elbow so that I can match the second sleeve. And I do like this marled color changing. I really like the way that
The
happens.
marled fade.
I do. I really do like it. I have done at least two of the I have my instructions downstairs. At least two of the increases to make this kind of bubble sleeve. It's an increase of 2 stitches every 8th row 8 times, and then you bring it down when you reach the wrist bone for the cuff. So I've got I have at least 40 more rows to go, and maybe 48, somewhere around there.
Okay.
And then to try it on and see whether it has hit my wrist bone or not. But at this point,
You have used...
this is all that I have left of the 5 skeins that they said I would need for this size. This is not enough to finish this sweater. So my last color is Upton by Neighborhood Fiber Company.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily I have several skeins of that. So we just loaded one of the Uptons over there, and we're going to wind it into a cake as soon as we finish this. I have saved one of these balls for the other sleeve, for sleeve number 2. So whatever I have done so far on this sleeve, I will be able to do on the second sleeve. So I have what this originally was sized for, because I split it in half and saved that. So I have that to make the sleeve, and I have the Upton, the one skein of Upton that's already here. I have this skein of Upton, and then I have another skein of Upton up there that we bought all at the same time. So I'll be able to finish the sweater. I'm just saying that with this, with the skein that's over this way, that makes 6. And that's one more than the pattern said. And, you know, you don't want to be playing yarn chicken. So this is one of the reasons why I tend to go more skeins rather than fewer.
Yeah.
When I'm buying yarn. So
also because they weren't super set on the gauge.
They really weren't. You know, this is a test knit. This is a group.
A crowdsourcing test knit.
Yeah. And I will admit that I made my collar bigger, so that did use up some of
that used up a lot of yarn.
Which is fine because I like the sweater better this way.
I know. That's fine.
So this is I think is really good. So that's what I've been doing. And then, of course, while we went sailing today, we went under the Throgsneck Bridge, and this one's saying, so you saved the date for the baby shower. And I went, in my mind, it's like weeks away.
It's like not. 6 weeks away.
But I have my Rhinebeck sweater to do. So
yeah.
What I was planning to do for the baby shower is to make another baby vertebrae.
Okay.
So I've got yarn over here. I
yes.
think this will be nice.
Yeah.
So we'll wind this tonight, and I can start a baby vertebrae on that, and I can be knitting that in the office when I don't want to concentrate as much as I need to on the Rhinebeck sweater. This sucker should be done really shortly, so I can get this off the needles. I can do Rhinebeck and baby vertebrae, and we'll be in Fat City. So yeah, I think Rhinebeck's going to be close. It's going to be a close one.
They'll be a close one.
A real close one. But I think I'll be able to do it. And the baby vertebrae, you can make in a week. So even if I wait till after Rhinebeck to do it, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So that's my story here. This is
Upton.
Also Upton. We get all kinds of Upton labels floating around here. Let's see. So what else have you want to talk about? Because that's all I've been doing is this sweater.
Well, so what we forgot to mention last week, and I don't know if it's still going on right now, but Dragonfly Fibers announced that they will be closing up shop at the end of the year. They will still be doing their fall shows.
They'll be at Rhinebeck.
They'll be at Rhinebeck, they'll be at SAF, and they'll be at, I think, a few other things, but I can't remember exactly.
And then after that, they're closing their doors.
They are hoping that someone else will take up the reins, but as of right now, they don't have solid plans. They are also having a sale. So I got some yarn.
Did you?
Because one of my I know I've mentioned this before. One of my coworkers loves my purple and orange Oak Park scarf. I'm not going to make this scarf. I'm going to make the cowl because it's easier to wear for most people. And so I got the same kit, and I got this as a coordinating skein to use with this. Yes, I realize that, well, I can't decide which one it's going to be used with because they're all pretty close.
They are.
But I think these two are going to be kind of used together, I think. And I'm going to just stripe them throughout the section that would use this color.
Oh, okay.
Because I need the extra yardage there.
Okay.
And then I'll also use this, but this is the other color of orange in there.
Okay.
And I found my minis that I had, my little leftover minis from when I made mine. So I popped those in the bag here too, so that I would have those in case I needed them. So I want to get that started maybe next week, maybe the week after. Probably once the Humulus is done. I want to get it done for Christmas. And I decided to buy, I had been saying I wasn't going to buy the yarn for her. But it's been like 2 years, and she hasn't
said anything?
She hasn't bought the yarn yet. But she keeps on saying, oh, I'm going to do it. Oh, am I going to send me the email again? Oh, I'm going to do it. So with the sale, it was discounted, and so I just said, let's do it.
Okay.
Because this woman deserves everything. She's just wonderful. You can't click it because it's almost everything on the shop.
Oh, I see. All right.
So, Dragonfly is calling it their limited edition super sale. So anything that's noted as a limited edition, but almost everything is on the shop.
Because they're closing.
So, that's something I did buy. And then I also obviously bought the pattern for the Batwing formula, which is amazing, and it's a really interesting formula.
It'll be beautiful,
and I think it will be beautiful. I'm very excited about it. It's just it's so intriguing, and I'm very excited about that.
What else do you have in your bag?
But I also another thing came out this week, or a friend of mine found this week. It's a Finnish pattern, like from Finland, and it's a pair of socks that are color work. Hold on, I'm trying to find them. And they're called Halloween Tricks.
Oh my goodness!
And
oh my goodness!
They're phenomenal. And so when originally I was talking with Julia from Pandia's Jewels about them, because she posted about them, and it had only been released in Finn. So I downloaded it anyways because it's all charts. It's just all charts.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, we can do this.
We can do charts.
And then the English pattern was released. So I was glad that that occurred, but I also wasn't expecting it. So I went stash diving.
Good.
So I'm not going to do it in pinks and purples as it shows. There's also a larger size that she knit in greens and blues, which I think I'm going to probably knit that size anyways because of the size of my calves. Yeah, I have big old calves. But also because I have more greens and blues.
Yes, you do.
But I'm also thinking that I want to wait until my Humulus is done and use that color if that has any leftovers in the socks.
That's a great idea.
I know. So right now what I have is a whole mess of colors, and I'm just kind of waiting to see what
is left over.
What kind of pieces out. But that's definitely on my mind a lot. And I'm currently trying to figure out. So it's written to be cuff down. I'm debating knitting them toe up because it's me. Mm-hmm. But I'm also thinking if I do them toe up, I might want to do them in a single color for the foot. Because no one's going to see it. Because I'm going to be wearing shoes.
Or boots.
Mm-hmm. But I think they'd be great. And so...
It's fabulous.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely... I want to see if I can push myself to make them for Rhinebeck. I probably can't. But we'll see.
Oh my goodness.
I first need to make the sweater. And then we'll see. But...
Well, this will be one Rhinebeck sweater.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Yes.
But yeah, so that's kind of what's been going on over here.
Is there anything else over there? I have not started anything else new. I have been really trying to focus on getting... I was hoping to get the sweater done by today, and that didn't happen. But I'm thinking maybe by Wednesday this will be done. Yeah, because the sleeves... What I like about these sleeves is you're knitting down to the elbow. But once you get to the elbow, then you're counting and doing something, counting and doing something, counting and doing something. And it goes really pretty quickly. So, you know, when I've got, when I have to do something every 10th row, every 8th row, then I'm counting that and I'm trying to hurry through it. And it seems to work pretty well so I don't end up in that sleeve island type of thing. So this is going really quite well, and really the extra of this took quite a while.
Yeah.
And so I think I might be able to finish that, and I'm really pleased with that. And the other thing is that, you know, I'm not going into school this week. So there will not be 3 to 4 hours of driving in the car 2 days a week, because we're going to be doing the work online. In fact, we hopefully will be working online with the undergraduate class until the second week in November, when we will hopefully have our whole
paper and presentation
paper together, and we'll be working on the PowerPoint deck and all that kind of stuff. So I'll have a little bit more time. But then I scheduled physical therapy. Found out that I've got my knee basically collapsed upon itself. So where there was cartilage, and in fact a fair amount of cartilage last year with the x-rays, there's none at the moment. So I guess I'll be looking at a knee replacement. And, it's not that I'm upset about it. Really, I knew this was coming because my father had 2 knee replacements. It would be insane for me to think that I'm going to get away without them.
And I mean, considering all my knee problems,
exactly,
I'm going to have to get a replacement sometime.
But I'm a little chubby, so I'm taking that 6 months, because we also have things planned to do in the next 6 months, to lose some weight, so that it'll be easier, one, to do the rehab on the knee, and it'll be easier for them to do surgery on the knee, because there will be fat pads all around. And I'm looking to then have the surgery done in the spring. So I'm starting to look up surgeons and calling people and stuff like that. But, my dad had 2 done, and he said, well, it's 9 weeks of physical therapy. Do what the doctor tells you to do, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
After he had his first one done, he looked forward to the second one. So
yeah,
he really did.
And I mean, Christine at work got her one done, and she's
fine,
loving it.
So, be looking at hospital for special surgery, because we're right outside of New York. It makes a lot of sense, and that's where my husband had his orthopedic surgery, and I'm really feel good about the whole thing. So it's just a matter of finding which surgeon and going and seeing them and making friends before we actually have to schedule the surgery. I don't know how busy their surgical schedule is, so we'll have to, I'll start doing that kind of stuff. And other than that, do you have anything else? The concert we went to was Jethro Tull. They're on their 50th anniversary tour. I saw in the paper today that ZZ Top is doing their 50th anniversary tour. 1969 must have been a heck of a year for bands to start.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had great seats. We were in the
seated section.
The seated section, so they had the real seats. And it drizzled a little. Well, it dropped minimally for about 10 minutes. I had my raincoat. I was all set. And then it stopped, and then we saw the rest of the concert, and it was really good. What's nice about Forest Hills is they start early and they finish early. So they start at 7 and they finish by 10 because they're right in a neighborhood. It is the old tennis stadium that they have reconfigured for music. And so it's really lovely to go, and it's a smaller stadium, so you're not overwhelmed. And the food was good. So we got in there in time. I guess just a little bit before 6 o'clock.
We were
just
there
here
about
before
6
o'clock. So we were there before a lot of the crowds, minimal though they are. So we were able to walk up to the food stands and order, get what we wanted, and then wander over. And a friend of ours had saved us a place on some of the rocks that were there, which doesn't sound entrancing, but it really was, because we got to people watch while we were eating dinner. And then...
and you got to sit.
And I got to sit, which was important. And then we got up into our seats. We got up to our seats, early, about by 6:30, 6:20, something like that. Which was great, because I think it's always good to find your seats in the daylight. I was glad we were not some of that group that were coming in with the flashlights trying to find their seats. Because, of course, once the concert had started, people from upper seats were coming down into the lower seats. And then there was, a bit of
a
confusion.
hullabaloo?
I was going to say hoo-ha, but a little confusion about get out of my seat, please, that's where I should be sitting, that kind of stuff. The crowd that came to see them, I think, ranged in age from about 30 to 90. It's their 50th anniversary tour. I thought it was a good show.
It was. It was
a very good show.
I thought it was very interesting. I looked around the crowd during the first few songs, and not many people were bopping or swaying or moving to the music, really. It was very... Yeah, it was very...
Not us.
And we were bopping. But it was just very funny to see the difference between this show and even
Debbie
Blondie and Elvis Costello. That was loud, and everyone was dancing. But that's also Blondie.
Yeah.
So it was just interesting. There were some wooing, but a lot less than usual. I didn't actually put my earplugs in until like halfway through the second set, which is rare for me. I'm usually putting them in at the very beginning, but I didn't have any tinnitus from it. It could just be the fact that the crowd,
old.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you were 20, obviously now you're 70.
Yeah.
So, but it was fun. It was fun. And then today we went sailing. I thought we were going to work on the water tank. We didn't. It was hot. So we went motoring and then we went sailing.
Yeah.
So it was really good.
It was too hot for Daddy to work
I think
on
it
the
was
water
too
tank.
hot for Daddy to work on the water tank. Yes.
And
I don't know anything else. Do we have anything else to say? I don't want to continue this just by doing filler, but we haven't bought that much. We haven't. I didn't finish anything.
Yeah,
So.
we haven't really finished anything. I'm just trying to tell myself that, well, I can't believe I started this Batwing sweater, but I did.
I'm not starting anything until I finish Rhinebeck.
I told myself I wasn't going to. Obviously, that didn't work.
You don't listen.
I don't listen. I also very much wanted to start something. And
Well, I've got all of this over here that I want to start.
And I had tried to make a few other patterns with this yarn. I don't remember if I had brought them in even, because I was so disappointed with the way the yarn was working with the patterns.
I like this.
So the fact that this is working, I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased.
And I don't think it's too loud. I think that with black pants would be great. Or one of those khaki things that you're talking about.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
very good. I think you're going to have to come over and put the pattern together so that we can then
make my pants.
Pin it and make them.
Yeah. Well,
yes.
We can do that probably not next weekend.
The weekend after.
Or the weekend after. The first weekend of October. Yeah.
I'll try to get as much done with my stuff as possible.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, after the Humulus, I'm going to try and get an as-if tee banged out because we are going to be going to Christy Glass's, as-if tee bowling night thing. We are not going to be bowling. We will
not with these knees.
No. We will be hanging out in the other room, or however that's set up, but we will not be bowling. But yeah, so I think right now we're kind of in the end of summer, early fall, like prep for Rhinebeck. Lull. Yeah, it's...
So we'll call it a day. We're going to weave in some
It's a short
ends.
one this week. Sorry, y'all.
And we'll see you next week.
Yeah. Bye.